Hello, everyone, and welcome to our live seminar brought to you by West Sales. Today's session will be focused on MtronPTI's crystal oscillators. Just a few housekeeping items before we get started. The session is scheduled for 30 minutes. Please feel free to unmute yourself and ask any questions you may have during the presentation. We'd like this to be an interactive session. If you prefer to type in questions into the chat, we will be monitoring those as well. And we are recording this seminar, and I'll send out a link to the recording and the slide deck to everyone attending in the next few days. Our presenter today is Mel Mehret, Regional Sales Manager with MtronPTI. Mel, welcome, and thank you for being with us today. I'll hand it off to you.
All right, thanks, Robin. Thanks everyone for joining. As Robin said, my name is Mel Mehret. So introducing myself, I am a regional sales manager and sales engineer at MtronPTI. I've had about 25 years of experience in frequency control products. That's in various roles from manufacturing engineering to design to now in sales. Today, we are going to be talking about reference clocks for metering industrial applications. Before I do that, let me just introduce MtronPTI and let you know a brief introduction of what we do in case you're not familiar. MtronPTI has been in business over 57 years. We manufacture, design, and produce products in frequency control and spectrum control products. And frequency control, I'm talking in terms of clock oscillators, crystals, all the way to vibration compensated ovenized oscillators. And then on the spectrum side, we manufacture, design, and sell crystal LC filters, all the way to integrated microwave, sub-assemblies that are complex systems. Today, as I said, we'll be concentrating and discussing on reference clocks. And by that, I am including crystals and, all oscillator products. So the metering market is projected to grow about 8% from today until 2030. And that means a lot of metering devices out there, and typically you want to minimize the number of units that might go bad and that you would have to do unexpected maintenance. So that makes it critical for the engineer to select the correct device. And in doing so, the engineer has some key parameters that they need to keep in mind. And any smart devices that are out there typically have clocking source that's required to give them accurate timing. And these things that you have to keep in mind when you're making a design is, first thing, component availability. And then size, and you're seeing constraints on size just because boards are shrinking, power consumption, and then stability, which is accuracy, short-term accuracy, long-term accuracy, and then jitter, your signal integrity, as well as the environments that you're putting your products into. For the first item, availability and obsolescence, MtronPTI is committed to keeping their products longevity, and we actually have a system in place to make sure that our parts have long life cycles. Our typical life cycle for products are about 10 to 15 years. We do have some commitments with some of our customers that are up to 30 years. In most cases, we typically do not take products to end of life unless there's a component that we are not able to obtain that has gone EOL. Um, and then we have also, in the last couple of years, we've also been able to support our customers by, offering footprint compatible devices to, cut to our customers that have had obsolete devices from our competitors. Um, you know, some of the customers, that we worked with, they've had parts that have gone end of life from, companies such as Abercron, CTS, Skyworks, Microchip. So if you do have some products that have gone end of life for those components, please reach out to us. In most cases, we can give you a footprint compatible and electronically compatible device that you can actually plug and play into your system. So you've seen it with your cell phones, you've seen it with pretty much, every product that's coming, that's out in the market today. Products are starting to shrink. As these products are shrinking, you need to be able to get smaller components to utilize your board space. MtronPTI offers oscillators and crystals all the way down to 1.2 to 1.6 millimeter size. And that's pretty small in today's standard. And there are, if you look at some of this list, we'll send out this presentation to the group that's on this call, and I suppose everybody else that's invited. You can look through this list, go through our website, and it's easy to go and select components by size, and you can pick out the parameters that are key to you and be able to support your designs and fit your board space. Here's one of our products. It is, these are two products, 1.2 by 1.6 millimeter, uh, and then 2 by 1.6 millimeter crystals that we provide, from 16 megahertz all the way to 80 megahertz. So these are, products that you can put into your product, be able to support the microprocessor timing that you would need for a crystal. In most cases, these are able to support about 16 megahertz and up. Typically, when you're looking at smaller package sizes, they're not able to support the lower frequencies since the crystal sizes would be much bigger than the package would be. In those cases, you'd want to look at an oscillator. Power consumption is another key element that we are working on our designs and working on trying to minimize the amount of power that you would utilize. In most battery operated products, you would need the lowest current so your product's not running out of battery power so often. As you can see, the first two items that I have listed on this table here, the M260 and M62X series, both are really low power, so they're about 32 microamps, max power, I guess max current. And so you're actually using, these are really low power. These are also new products that we have. Param, you can chime in. We are able to supply some samples on these, correct?
Yes, we are. Again, as Mel mentioned, these are new products, but we will be able to get you samples fairly quickly. That's okay.
And then, as such, we also most of our products also employ either a tri-state or standby function. So on these systems, so when you're using a battery operated product, you can actually either shut off the internal oscillator circuit and or have both the oscillator circuit and the output pin disabled. So you can do an enable disable to shut, to save power, or go into standby mode where you could actually shut off the internal oscillator, shut off the output pin, and then operate really low in the microamps region where you're not draining your battery. And for, precise and short-term stability and long-term stability for precise products is key. So as well as having the small footprints, we are able to produce products that have low aging performance. So as you can see in this table, on the right-hand side, these parts age very low, 1 parts per million per year. And most typically in crystal oscillators, most of your aging happens in that first year. After the first year, the product is typically sustained and it's flat. The aging is pretty much flat. You know, you could see a little bit more. The most of the aging happens at the beginning when the product's in use, and you see any kind of relaxation from mounting on a crystal to, you know, anything else that's introduced into the hermetic seal package. These products are also offer tight stability performance. If you see the column third from the right, you can see stability over the, you know, an operating temperature of minus 40 to 85. You can have half the ppm all the way down to where you're looking at the M626 and then the M628 series that are able to support 0.1 part per million in an operating temperature range of minus 40 to 85. A few years ago, if you looked at that type of stability, you would be looking at an, you know, a loosely specified ovenized oscillator. And again, on these two, on the products where we have the green star on, the first line is a new product that we're offering that has not been released yet, but standard frequencies like 25 and 20 megahertz would be available for sampling. If you're interested, reach out to myself or your local MtronPTI representative to see what frequency is available. So here's one of our featured products, our M626 series. Very tight stability. You can also configure this to get this in a wide operating temperature range. It's not going to have the 0.1 part per million stability over the minus 55 to 125, but it can get you a pretty tight stability TCXO in that temp range. This product also has low phase noise performance, as well as has frequencies that we have designed. There's specific frequencies available that can give you low vibration sensitivity performance on this product. So signal integrity is another key parameter that you need to keep track, to keep an eye on when you're designing. You need to have, if you have to have a really clean signal coming out of your oscillator, that it's not, feeding into your microprocessor, and at the end, you're basically adding in, a lot of noise into your product. So if you're starting out with low noise, you can basically guarantee that you're not going to get some jitter coming off of your waveform from the oscillator. So some of the products, if you look on the right column here, these are the products that we offer that actually are offering low phase noise, low jitter performance. And some of the products that you see in the bottom with LVDS and LV-PECO, those are basically the state of the class, where you're looking at 0.1 picoseconds RMS from 12 kilohertz to 20 megahertz type of performance. And you can also have these in LVDS, LV-PECO output. There'll be 6-pin packages. So this feature product, this is a new product. You will probably see, if you are on our mailing list, you will see a press release from Param on this product. Probably within, I would say, Param, about a week and a half on this product.
Yeah, most probably tomorrow. Yeah, we are planning to release it tomorrow.
Okay. So this is our new product. You'll be seeing a product release on it. Low jitter, 100 femtoseconds at 156.25 megahertz. It is offered at 2.5 and 3.3 volts, small footprint, 2 by 2.5, and very good performance over temperature. So one of the parameters that we look at, there's a lot of challenging environments for your metering or industrial application needs. MtronPTI does a lot of products. We produce products and test products to a lot of challenging environments. As you can see, I put in the key features on some of these products where, from low vibration sensitivity to wide temperature stability or operating temperature range. So minus 55 to 125, or if you're looking at the third part from the bottom row, which is our M2052 series. This product typically is used in downhole drilling applications. It actually can operate up to 200 degrees C. It is one of our featured products on this, and you'll be seeing a couple of slides coming up here. And then the going option, that is products where you are experiencing fast temperature changes on your PCB. So you'd have thermal mismatch between your ceramic oscillator package and PCB, where all of the stress would be on the solder joints. And this is, typical applications for this would be an aircraft taking off. You'd go through, many temperature gradients that could put stress on your solder joints. And your solder joint, in this term, we put leads on these. Those thermal compression bonding leads that are put on in the products, where the stress is actually transferred to the leads that have a little more give, and you will not use, you're not going to lose any connection to your board. So here's the high temperature oscillator that I mentioned. This product has passed high temperature operation 1,000 hours at 225 degrees C, and 1,000 G's of mechanical shock. As I said, this is used in downhole drilling applications, but we've also had many industrial applications where temperatures exceed the military temp range. 125 degrees C, that are able to utilize this device. Our lead attach process, this process actually came, we brought this in-house. It started out where we had many of our customers that needed this, the thermal relief between the 5x7 or the package, the ceramic package itself, to the board that was stressing the solder joints. What they would do is they would buy the product from us, and they were sending it out to a third party to have leads attached. And then we started looking at this. One, lead times were very long when it was going to the third party, and we really had no ideas about reliability from the third party as far as, what they were subjecting our parts to. Parts were not being tested after. So they would go to the third party, they would put the leads on, and they would send it to the end customer. So we really had no idea, how the part were performing. So we worked with our customer to bring this process in-house, and we attached leads in-house now. We are able to do 100% final test and, temperature, frequency over temperature testing, make sure there's no, the ceramic package is not compromised. You're not, losing any kind of hermeticity. And, it's been working very well for us. So if you have a need where, thermal mismatch could be an issue for you, this would be a good product for you to look into. Please reach out to us. Our Quick Ship series, this is another product that's very flexible. It is available in CML, CMOS, LVDS, LVPECO outputs. Also 1.8, 2.5, and 3.3 volts. And we call it the quick chip, because it's typically able to be delivered from order delivery. We can, on some, depending on how easy your configuration is, we can have parts to you in 2 to 4 weeks after you basically order the delivery. So it is, the quick is not a bad spelling, it is what we market it as. Our M8S M7S is also another product. This is one that we do not do a thermal compression bond, but it comes in with J leads. This is, as I said, one of the products that many of our competitors have end of life, and we are one of the few that still support this product configuration. It comes with J leads, wide operating temperature range. You can have Mel 55 310 screening added to this, so it's highly customizable. Manufactured in the U.S. and ruggedized, and it lends well to a lot of industrial applications. We also have, just to kind of summarize, we do have our own in-house test capabilities. Many times, this helps us not only reduce lead time by testing products in-house, it also helps our design team verify capability of the product itself. We're able to, support vibration, shock, thermal testing, PIND testing, all of the product, all of the requirements a ruggedized oscillator or crystal would have. We are able to support many of those in-house. And I believe that's all I have for my presentation. Any questions? I haven't heard anybody chime in yet.
Thank you, Mel. We haven't had any questions yet, but if you do have questions, feel free to unmute yourself and we can take those now. We have a few minutes. And if there aren't any questions, I would like to thank you, Mel, so much for taking the time today. And thank you to our participants. I will be sending out a link to the recording of this presentation and the slide deck to everyone in a few days. But if you have any questions that come up or more information you'd like about the topic, please feel free to reach out to any of us at WestTech and we'd be happy to help you. And I hope everybody has a wonderful day. Thank you again, Mel.
Thanks, Robin. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, man.